Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. This is the Bitcoin weekly analysis and daily analysis for today, Monday, 5 of August of 2024. The last week we were talking about that it was a high chance that Bitcoin will swipe this high of the last week. It happens. It swiped the high here. And another thing that we were talking is that after the swipe, Bitcoin will test this zone. Well, it happened, but the test doesn't create a bounce or a rejection. It just passed through like a hot knife in butter. Bitcoin didn't respect this whole fair value gap, didn't respect this order block, and didn't respect the midpoint of this candle. So what's happened now? Bitcoin has a Bitcoin close within this fair value gap, this weekly fair value gap, and the worst part is that we close below this fair value gap, below here. So when that happens, it creates a scenario for a high chance of continue to here to this order block and this fair value gap with this mitigation block. That is a big dump from here because we close the week and we close the week at 58 135, and from there to this mitigation block we have at least a 15.6% more downside to 49k approximately. So main scenario for this week, because this fair value was completely rejected, and this now become an inversion fair value gap for the week. So we will clone this. This become now an important zone in which Bitcoin can go and test. For example, one scenario will be go and test this zone, get rejected, and then come down and test all this area. One main concern that I have now is that the price of Bitcoin is very bearish because the traditional markets are super bearish. Most of the investors think that there's a high chance of we have a third world war, and recession is very close in USA. In many states, there's some indications that they are in recession now. Not in all the states, but in most of the states. So for now, the main scenario for me myself is that Bitcoin probably will have a small rebound today, Monday, and maybe Tuesday we will create the high of the week, and then we'll dump like fucking hell, sadly, and test all the zone, scare a lot of people, and then bounce. Today we have a bounce. If we go back to the daily chart, yes, we have a bounce, but it was a bounce of about 1.9%. But today's just this Sunday, Bitcoin lost 4.19%. That is a lot for a Sunday. Even for a Saturday, it was 1.3%. Sunday and Saturday are the lowest volatility day of Bitcoin, so you never expect that huge movement in that days. But we are already dumping. When we open the week or the day going up and then go down, this is a pretty bad sign because Bitcoin already create the wick for the upside, and then it's just going down, 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 and I don't know where will it stop. We already talked about 49k, this fair value gap here, but it's we have a very high probability that we test all this zone in the daily because we have a lot of liquidity and the markets are pretty bearish. The one thing important is that when Bitcoin bounce, it will bounce pretty hard. and it will blast through all the targets in the upside. But for now, the chances are more to the downside, sadly. And Bitcoin just today didn't respect this midpoint of this candle, didn't respect this fair value gap, didn't respect this mitigation block, didn't respect this other fair value gap, because just passed through all these zones of important important points. So for now, main scenario still going down, maybe a little bounce for Monday, but the high chances to keep going down, 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 down until the markets, the traditional markets has a recovery, because now that Bitcoin has an ETF is highly correlated to traditional markets, and traditional markets are basically controlled by algorithms. So if Nasdaq dump, Bitcoin will dump twice as hard, and if Nasdaq pump, Bitcoin will pump twice as hard at least. So for now, main scenario to the downside, and what will make me bullish. Let me check. Yeah, we have another fair value gap here. It's a small one too. And what will make me bullish, of course, is a close above here. Above here is bullish. Above here is super bullish. Super bullish. But for now, bearish, guys. Sadly, but this is the what graphic are saying to us. At least Bitcoin will, at least Bitcoin will test this zone. This is the minimum for the downside. So we need to expect more downside and see what's happening with the traditional markets. Okay, guys. One thing is that we are being pretty accurate with this analysis. Last week we said that we have a downside week, but I didn't expect that was so big, the downside. I basically expect that Bitcoin just arrived to this zone and have a bounce here, but not to pass through here, because I didn't expect that we are very close to the award, and I didn't expect that non-farm payrolls was missed by almost 30% or 40%. So this is our black swan events, and it could keep coming. So we need to prepare for the worst. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this analysis. If you want, you can subscribe, give us a like, and share with your friends. Take care. See you tomorrow.